open my door. I'm calling my husband. I'm calling my husband.
January 19th, 2024, in Baraboo, Wisconsin, an officer pulled over a vehicle because the tint on its windows was deemed excessive.
I like it.
This soon turned into an intense confrontation.
LASIK eye surgery guy recommended it.
Okay, I got you. Do you have your insurance with you and your license, ma'am?
It's body cam time is where we found this. But Lens of Law is on the bottom, and now you're watching it on the Frank Sloup channel. So I don't know what's going on here.
We came to pick up a cake from Dairy Queen for my son's birthday.
Dairy Queen.
Okay, I got you.
Dairy Queen's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Big fan of the Blizzard.
I'm going to grab my phone just so that I can call my husband.
Yeah, where's your phone at? Okay, I got you.
Flags, name Nixon, Nora, Ada, X-ray, Ocean, Nora.
Looks cold.
Can you roll your window up to about right here for me, please? Okay.
Use the window tint meter.
Okay, I'm just going to try to clean off a little bit of the salt.
Oh, that probably isn't going to happen.
Try to. Did you guys put the tint on yourself, or did it come with it? Okay.
Which was actually part of the reason we bought it.
Well.
Okay.
I'm over in Baraboo with I'm in the officer's name, but I need a copy of our insurance.
It's Maginot.
I love window tint stops.
Yeah. So only allowing 30% light in. Okay, for a sedan like this, you need to at least let 70% light in. So obviously it's tinted way more than it's supposed to be. Okay.
Here in Arizona, the law for window tint says 33% plus or minus 3. So we just use 30. So 30% in Arizona is a legal amount of tint. Apparently in Wisconsin, it is an illegal amount of tint. And we noticed that on snowbirds that vehicles from other states don't have tint as dark as Arizona allows tint here. And it's hot here and the sun's brutal. So, I get why we have window tint. But safety wise, I also understand why we have window tint laws. And hey, if the window tint's 30% is illegal in Wisconsin, sorry, lady, like you specifically bought this car because it had dark window tint. Well, this is what you get.
Any cannabis tonight?
No.
Have you ever smoked cannabis?
I've definitely smoked cannabis. I'm 34 years old, but not this evening. No.
Not this evening. When was the last time you smoked?
I don't know. Probably yesterday or the day before that.
Okay,
I mean, this is a little excessive for tint.
Well, no, I don't believe it is, ma'am.
This is my insurance card that expires today. Actually, oh no, wait, that might have said 2023.
It does say 2023.
Oh, well.
Is it still through State Farm?
Yeah.
Okay, you haven't smoked any cannabis recently?
No, not today.
Okay, is there any cannabis in the vehicle?
There probably is cannabis in the vehicle.
Where in the vehicle would it be?
My aunt has cancer, so she travels with it like all the time. She's from Illinois.
Okay, I got you. Still in the state of Wisconsin, there's no medical exemption for cannabis.
Nice.
Okay. No, we don't have a medical exemption in the state of Wisconsin.
She just got approved for her medical card.
Okay, that doesn't apply to going across state though. If you that still have to stay in Illinois, okay?
I didn't realize it didn't.
I got you. Do you have it on you? Are you the one with the cannabis? How much do you have on you?
Oh, a couple pounds.
I got you.
You know the old film cans.
Okay. Yeah, it's just in there. Where in the vehicle is it? Right there. Do you have your ID on you, ma'am?
224 status.
224 stock. I'm okay, busy. I'll take a second routine.
Obviously, if I did have a screenshot of it, it would be expired as well. So.
Okay. I got you. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back, all right? So how much cannabis is in the vehicle right now?
She said that she has a small vial, is what she said.
Okay, do you have anything that's yours?
You cannot search my vehicle.
Okay.
And this is a little excessive for window tint at 7 o'clock at night on a f***ing Friday.
So I don't believe it is, okay, because we got a couple things here. I got the unmistakable odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. You got the admission that there's marijuana coming from the vehicle, which does give me probable cause to search this vehicle. So that is what I would like to do next, okay?
Not giving you permission.
That's fine. I don't need your permission at this point, ma'am.
I do believe that you do.
I do not, okay? Can I have you hop out of the vehicle for me, okay?
So probable cause is one of the exceptions to search and seizure, to the Fourth Amendment. So you can conduct a probable cause search of a vehicle. Now that wouldn't fly here in Arizona because marijuana is legal. So there is no probable cause search for the odor of green marijuana here in Arizona. Obviously, Wisconsin has different laws, so you can do a probable cause search if there's the odor of marijuana in the vehicle. Whether they admit it or not, or the marijuana came from a different state or not, none of that matters. There's marijuana in the car, which is how Arizona used to be. As soon as you smelled it, you had the car. You could search anything. So apparently, Wisconsin is the same way, just like that right now. So this officer, his search was perfect. His articulation of it was perfect. Her admissions backed up his, what he sensed, what he smelled. Everything makes sense. She just didn't like it. And that's a her problem, not a him problem.
Okay, if you're going to be refusing my lawful order, then you could be arrested for obstruction.
I understand that, and it's a ticketed fine. And
no, that's taking you to jail, ma'am. And I do not want to be doing that right now. Okay.
Please don't do that.
I agree. So that's why I'm asking you to exit the vehicle, please.
So law enforcement has a ton of discretion. I cite and release people for criminal violations all the time. We can long form people, which is where we just send the report to the prosecutors and allow them to make the decision. All sorts of options to not take people to jail. When this officer says, hey, I don't want to take you to jail, I guarantee that is a truthful statement for him. He probably doesn't want to take her to jail, but her actions change that.
I'm telling you that you cannot search my vehicle.
Okay, I understand you don't give me consent to search your vehicle, ma'am. That is fine. But I have the legal ability to search your vehicle based off the admission of marijuana being in the vehicle. And also
she has it in her purse. She told you that.
Okay. I can still search the vehicle.
That is unnecessary. It is 4 degrees out. And my aunt weighs 70 pounds.
Then you guys can have a seat in one of our squad cars where we have heat.
No.
Okay. These are the options I'm giving you. The other thing is, if you refuse to step out of the vehicle, then I will be placing you under arrest for obstruction.
Good.
Now, I prefer not to go that route. Okay. I would prefer you just to exit the vehicle, allow me to search it, allow me to conclude my investigation. And we can.
What, you're going to take us to jail anyway? You think
for what?
Are you kidding me? Because you're pulling me over for window tint.
Yes.
Good reason for stop.
In the state of Wisconsin.
That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, and you're court. No. You do not open my door. You do not open my door. I'm calling my husband. I'm calling my husband.
Stop. Get out.
Stop.
Do not touch me.
You just slammed my hand in your door.
No,
We're past this point now.
Are you kidding me?
Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm calling my husband.
Step out.
I am calling my husband.
Step out of the vehicle, please.
He has his hand on me right now. No.
Yeah, we can do that.
Firearms or anything in the vehicle.
Why the
vehicle? You're under arrest.
Step out of the vehicle.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out. Step out, or we're going to rip you out of the vehicle.
I want to call my husband.
You don't get to do that.
I'm going to give you 2 seconds.
Please grab my phone. Don't pull my hair.
Step out of the vehicle.
Do not pull my hair.
And there we go.
I'm not resisting.
You are. This is the definition of resisting.
Literally the definition. So I have used the term the Florida man on this channel a lot. We get a ton of great body-worn camera video. I love sheriff's offices and police departments in Florida. But it seems like Wisconsin is the Florida of the Midwest because we get a ton of Wisconsin videos. I don't know what people are doing up there. Like crazy cheeseheads up there, like ice fishing and breaking the law. But whatever you guys are doing, I'm digging it. So keep being crazy and keep making great videos out of Wisconsin.
We gave you a legal order. You have to follow it.
No. You give me the option to call my husband.
No, that's not nowhere it says that we have to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
You want to just
firearm? Are you kidding
We don't know who you are.
Are you kidding
And you're
me?
not
So that
complying
means
up to this
that-
point.
because you don't know who I am, that means that we are two
Ma'am, you want to just
females.
stay over there, please? Can you just stay over there for me?
We are two females.
It doesn't matter. Females
that are
can
under
kill
150
anybody. Okay?
pounds.
And you didn't listen to one word we said. We gave you how many options? So now you're going to jail.
Just got here, first of all.
I bet
And
you.
he grabbed me by the wrist, and you
told you
pulled
to
me
get
by
out.
my coat and my hair.
I said if you did not get out, I was going to rip you out of the car. Did I not?
I do not give
And you sat there.
Well,
I
at this
didn't
point,
just
you're
sit
under
there.
arrest.
I did not just sit there.
Do you have any weapons, needle knives, anything like that? Anything that's going to stick or harm us?
No.
Do you have any internal pockets?
No. It is 4 degrees out.
Okay.
So I'm watching this guy search this parka, which, has inside pockets and side pockets and like pockets inside the pockets. We don't have that problem here. It's Arizona. This is what I search all the time. It's a t-shirt. So it's people in different parts of the United States, law enforcement officers deal with different things. Like we deal with crazy hot here. They deal with parkas there. It's a give and take.
This is pathetic. Just that you want to make a point? Are you kidding me?
Ma'am, I asked you politely to exit the vehicle and you did not comply.
No, because there was no reason for it. It is 4 degrees out. Do you think I have sharp objects on me?
I don't know what you have.
I have a sharp object on me right now.
Who weighs 70 pounds, sick, with a birthday cake in my trunk.
Ma'am, I don't know what you have on you.
Well, I know that you're pathetic. Now you know what I have because you searched my whole on a birthday cake. And my 70-pound aunt who is dying that you have out in the fucking cold.
Okay.
Not that you give a shit, but it matters to me. My aunt admitted that she had popped.
And you admitted that you used marijuana within the last 24 hours as well.
Yesterday or the day before that?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is complete bullshit.
Why don't we go over here? Okay.
I'll blow in a breathalyzer.
Well, the I'm not doing field sobriety for alcohol. I'm doing field sobriety for marijuana.
And if you can't tell that I have marijuana in my system, then I'm not under arrest for OWI.
Well, you're under arrest for OWI right now if you refuse to stand as field sobriety. If you want to do field sobriety, that's okay. I'm willing to.
I'm super pissed off right now. Do you think that I can pass a field sobriety test?
So this woman pretty much says, because she's mad, that she can't take 9 steps in a row. That's pretty much what she said. I don't think that's. I think it's just BS. She's like, I'm mad. I can't do those. Like, so you can't take 9 steps because you're mad. That makes you pretty weak. I think. I don't know. When I'm mad, I can take 9 steps, and I can take 9 back, even if I'm really, really mad.
Like, do you think that any of this is even?
People do field sobriety all the time, man.
I feel like I'm your first one. Like, I'm your little catch of the day. Like,
nope. All right, so you don't want to do field sobriety?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go inside.
Okay, great.
In addition, your operating privileges will be suspended if a detectable amount of a restricted controlled substance is in your blood. So will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood?
I feel like all of this is forced. All of this is forced.
It's either a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're asked the question.
Submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood.
No.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. License suspended.
You can keep it open for now. You can take a seat. So before asking any questions, I must advise you of your constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult the lawyer before questioning and have a lawyer present during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during any questioning. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
You mind if I ask you some questions?
Yes.
I can ask you questions?
No, I would like to have a lawyer present because this is a complete bullshit, pulled over. This is pathetic.
Well, can I ask you what even happened?
He pulled me over for a window tint at night as I'm driving past the fairgrounds. We came to town to get a cake for my son. Like, what? He pulled me over for window tint and then basically stuck a machine inside of my window and was like, it's only allowing 30%. So I'm like, I had LASIK eye surgery. Like, we bought the car with the specific purpose of having the windows tinted.
So she literally says that one of the reasons she bought this car is because it had window tint. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she is so dissociated with common sense that she doesn't know that you could just go to a window tint place, a dealership, pretty much anywhere, and say, hey, I want window tint on here. And they'll just put it on for you. And you can make a decision if it's like ceramic or if it's traditional or, if it fights UV rays or you can make all those decisions there. You don't have to buy a car because it has it on there. It was so silly I had to mention it.
And then he's like, can you move your car up to that church parking lot where it's level ground? So he gave me permission to drive the car, even though he just told me that it's legal to drive the car. Asked about weed, and my aunt is terminally ill and smokes weed. And she's from Illinois, and she has a medical card. So he was like, where's the weed? Or whatever, cannabis, whatever he was calling it. And she points at her purse. And so she admitted to having the weed, and then he asked me to step out of the vehicle, and I told him no, that he's not searching my car, I'm not getting out of the vehicle, and then they arrested me for resisting And the other guy, the no-soul ginger man that came out of nowhere, grabbed me up like, what the f*** came out of nowhere, and was telling me that they were telling me to get out of the car, and they, and we, and this, and that. I'm like, you just got here. Like, what are you doing handling me up like that? And he's like, we don't know who you are. So the f***, if you knew who I was, you wouldn't handle me like that? He's like, we don't know if you're armed and dangerous.
Why didn't you just get out of the car?
Because why am I getting out of the car? It's 4 degrees out.
But the odor of marijuana is still probable cause.
My aunt said she had it.
Okay, but as a law enforcement officer, people lie to us all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
But isn't that admission, not denial?
It's still probable cause to search the vehicle is what I'm saying. So him asking you to step out is a lawful order. And just like, you don't want me asking any questions besides
I'm already a bird, obviously, huh?
Well, that has nothing to do with
what?
Me asking you questions.
Later, the female appeared in court to face charges of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, driving while intoxicated, and possession of illegal drugs, including THC.